Good morning, everyone. I thought I would take a minute here and show you one of the many ways that you can use plexiglass to display things that you have. I took a couple pieces of plexiglass and made a display stand for a couple of set of LSR tuners that I have, and I didn't really have a guitar to put them on. So let me kind of go through and give you a quick explanation of how I got this done. First thing I done was I purchased a 1/2 inch piece of plexiglass, 6 inches by 12 inches for each one of the stands that I have here. So when I got the plexiglass, next thing I done was decide what I want to do with the plexiglass as far as a stand goes. So the first thing I done was I got a piece of scrap poster board. Any piece will do. Just use poster board like you get at Walmart or Dollar General or wherever, and then draw whatever it is that you want to make out of poster board onto the poster. Draw it onto the poster board, whatever you want to make out of plexiglass. And then that way you'll have a template to go off of when you start messing with your plexiglass. Plexiglass has a protective film on both sides, so you're not going to scratch the plexiglass when you're working with it. So then whenever you get your template made up, then you just lay it onto the plexiglass and cut and take a marker and go around and outline where you want to cut and holes you want to drill onto your plexiglass. And just remember, when you're working with plexiglass, when you're cutting or drilling, go slow, because you're really melting this stuff. A jigsaw will work fine, but when it does the upstroke, you're going to pull some of that melted plexiglass back up into the cut, and it's going to want to stick together, and it's going to make it hard to get it apart. I used a bandsaw, and it still kind of melts, and on the bottom edge, it'll still have kind of a melted little gloop of plexiglass, so you'll have to kind of flake that off with your hand or screwdriver or whatever. Just flake it off. And when you're drilling, take slow plunges. Go down, come back up. Let the bit cool a minute. Go down, come up. Go down, come up. And don't do it all in one pass with the drill press, because if you do, it's going to get hot. The drill bit will. It's going to melt in there, and you're just going to have a lot of gooey plexiglass, just globs of it. You'll have to clean up. And you can use a handheld drill. I would suggest drill press will work better. And I have one of those Harbor Freight vices on my drill press, so then I can just clamp this piece in that vise, and then both my hands are free to work with while I'm drilling. Just cut real slow, drill your holes real slow. Another thing I don't have with me, but it's called a drill bit gauge. And what it is it's just a flat rectangular piece, and it has holes in it, and it has drill bit sizes where you can put your drill bit in there and see what size drill bit you have or you need to use. That would be real helpful to get just the right size holes that you need to drill. I wish I'd have brought one up here. I didn't bring it, but it's called a drill bit gauge. And when you put this plexiglass together, I found that it works really well if you use a 2-part epoxy glue. It looks like this right here. It has a syringe looking tube, and that way you push the glue and the what makes it activate. It's one of them's yellow looking and the other's clear, but it'll push equal amounts out, and then you just mix it together real good and then put it on whatever you want to glue together. So and that works real good. I haven't had any problems with the epoxy glue, and it's a two-part epoxy glue. Any brand works equally the same. I haven't found one works better than the other. It all seems to work about the same. So if you just use, this is the general purpose of epoxy glue, but it's a two-part. Don't get super glue or something like that. That may or may not work good for you. I know for sure that this does. So any brand, as long as it's two-part glue. But and you can use plexiglass on any kind of project, you know, to hold up something. Say you want to display a gun, you want to make a clear stand for it, so then the gun's what's coming out at you, not the stand. You can make many projects, whether it's for tuners like what I've got going here, or just anything at all. Even a shelf, you can make a shelf out of plexiglass. That would look pretty cool. But anyway, I thought I would give you a heads up, let you check it out. Check you later.